Memories are a special kind of poison. You have clear memories of a road trip and a time before, none of which have ever occurred. The strangest and somehow least unsettling element of this phenomenon is that you are nonplussed by this realization. You are affected by very little these days, but we'll get back to that later. You remember sitting at a beachside tiki bar, the sulfur pits wafting their stench into your nose. You remember a dense mechanical voice with kind, unseeable eyes behind it, but you know that that man was not part of this reality. It's always like that with men. They are in one moment the answer to every wish your heart can mutter, and in the next they are naught but a dissipated stream of phlogiston. If you had a nickel for every time it happened, you'd be a rich woman. Things being as they are, you are not a rich woman. But you do have your health, which is what counts after all. You remember that you are a scientist, and that your work is very important, but you haven't a clue what any of it was. That is not a failing on your part. Time is weird. You remember when you left home. It was a Tuesday. Fuck Tuesday. You've seen so many wondrous things in the cosmos since you left there. Jupiter's moons, the Crab Nebula, the blood seas of Rallis, the Tannhäuser Gate. But as things have moved forward, and you have lost the remaining crew of your ship to various causes, you have lost touch with the one of the cardinal elements of being human, connection with other humans. You have spent entirely too much time in the ship, and now you are paying the price. But she is warm, and she is a kind companion. You want for very little, truth be told. When you spend time in the sleep pod, you still dream of him. You have no way of knowing if the dreams are memories or imagination, but you soldier on. You have collected data, analyzed it, and made observations. You are, after all, an excellent observer. You record your data meticulously. You hear your mother's voice whisper in your ear about how you slouch when you sit. You wonder if she ever existed.
Molly?
You ask the ship.
Are we there yet?
We will get there when the journey is over.
The ship replied.
Hasn't it been a nice trip?
Of course it has been.
You reply in a hesitant stammer. You had forgotten that for all the glory that this journey has taught you, you are still a prisoner to the mission.
Molly, how much longer until we reach our destination?
You ask.
You'll know when we get there,
Molly replied. You drift back into your thoughts. You know that there is no return from the source. When you get there, you will quickly collect your readings, send them, and that will be that.
Is something wrong?
Molly asks.
No, Molly, just thinking. Reminiscing, I guess.
You reply.
Would you rather go into cryo sleep? Would that make your journey more tolerable?
The ship asks.
All I have is screams, Molly. I'll stay here. With you.
You recline back into your captain's chair, the crush of the road behind you weighing on your psyche. You still have flashes of what you did to those poor gingerbread men. War is hell, after all, even if the war is waged against sweets. You think back to the era of silence, and how you had a bicycle that you loved to ride. Then came the blood madness. You knew there was no coming back from that either. Suddenly you remember what your old granddad used to say. Things infused with the souls of the damned are things remembered. You fondle your locket warmly. Maybe this has been a nice road trip.